Hi everyone, Chefzap here with all the broken down team behind me. So recently I've been trying to master all the javelins actually to be able to create a nice build on each one that everyone can use. This week I want to showcase a ranger build that is both fun to play and also very powerful. It actually will need a little bit of practice for the new players on the ranger because this build is very fragile and you can die very quickly. But I will provide you some alternative components so you can survive a bit longer if you do struggle. I spent many hours on editing the video and recording gameplay with the team. If you find it useful, a like or subscription to the channel would be much appreciated. Without further ado, let's get straight into this amazing build. So first, the most important thing in this build is to know how and when to use your weapon. So as a primary weapon, I'm using the Vasa Surprise simply because it is the fastest RPM in the game with its 1200 bullets per minute. Because of the elemental ops, when you shoot 5 bullets, this weapon will prime the acid effect and you will be able to combo instantly. We'll be talking about components a little bit later, but also we will be using the Badge of Devastation as a ranger component. So every time you will shoot 10 bullets on an enemy with this weapon, it will refill 10 charge of your ultimate. And in addition to that, every time you're gonna do a melee hit, which is mainly part of the build too, you're gonna recharge your magazine by 100%. Consequently, you can now see why we chose this weapon for this build. However, it's pretty hard to break any shields when you use the Vasa Surprise, so for this reason, as a secondary weapon, I'm using the Jara's Wrath, as its electric damage will melt any shield instantly. The elemental ops also works on this weapon, so you can also prime acid with it on multiple targets quite fast. As a complementary priming system, I'm also using the Transmuting Volt as a melee weapon, since you can prime and detonate any other combo extremely fast. In addition to the combo, hitting an enemy will also give you 3 ultimate charge back, and this also applies if you hit multiple enemies. So for the inscriptions, now you can understand that this build is all about ultimate and combo damage. You want to look for this inscription with overall javelin damage. I would highly recommend a double armor perk on one of your weapons, as you will be very fragile, and if you don't use any extra armor, this is going to be a little bit tricky for you. In addition to the weapon, we will be using the gears a lot. So let's start with the main one, which is the last argument. This baby will not only detonate the combo, but also recharge your ultimate by 7 charge every time you touch one enemy. Not to mention that it deals AoE damage. So for instance, if the enemy are grouped together, it will not only be 7 charge that you will get, but rather close to half of your ultimate in one hit. Regarding the inscriptions for this one, you can imagine that you want to never run out of the last argument, so the best one would be just to have as much charges as you can get. The maximum you can get on this gear would be 300% charges, which would bring the grenade to 4 grenades that you can launch. With this in mind, you really want to use the Vanguard's Rampart as your support system. It will give you a 200% extra charges on the last argument. So it will just add another 2 grenades that you can launch. So if you have a 300% charge on your last argument, you will be able to launch 6 grenades. This support is really useful to never run out of the last argument, and the inscriptions you're looking for on the support system are pretty straightforward. You're looking for combo impact damage. You can have a total of 2 of them, in which case it would be the best for you. An additional gear recharge or 100% charge would be very useful as well, so you don't have to wait too long to be able to use again. And an overall damage inscription, or even maybe a pickup radius could also very help. The pickup radius just helps you picking up the repair pack from further away, and it just increase the survivability of the build. For the secondary gear, I'm using the Relentless Pursuit. It's a little bit long to charge, but it's very useful when you run out of last argument, so you can still combo even if you don't have any more grenades. These are very useful when you got a flying enemy, and aiming for this flying enemy with a grenade is pretty difficult, so I always use with the Hunter or the Valkyries the Relentless Pursuit to combo them in the air and then makes them fall on the floor, and then I can start my cycle again. And same here for the inscription. You want to look for overall damage as much as you can. If you can get some like gear recharge, overall gear recharge I mean, so you can recharge your last argument a little bit faster, that would help a lot. Okay, so let's start about components now. So the Badge of Devastation is the main ranger component that you need. So as you could see, using the Vasa Surprise, when you hit 10 bullets, you will get 10 ultimate charges. I got lucky, I've got some ultimate speed on it, so this synergize well, that complete well my build. So yeah, you need to use the Badge of Devastation in this build. That's very, very useful. The Elemental Ops, increased fire and max hit capacity. This is not extremely useful, but this, on a hit strike of 5, applies acid to the target. This is what I was saying about the Vasas and the Jara's Wrath. It works for both weapons, and it does prime acid extremely fast, and then you can combo with your last argument, and it's very, 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 very efficient. You absolutely need these components for this build. The Giant Slayer, you don't have to equip this one, you can use another one, but this one I use it for the double ultimate perk that I've got underneath. This boosts my ultimate damage a lot, so yeah, when you get these ones, make sure you equip this one on a combo and ultimate build. The emergency power is more important in here because you're using your ultimate very, very often, and these components increase the damage by 30%, so this is a huge boost as well. Yeah, it can also save your life, you know, if you run out of armor, you're about to die, up you got your ultimate back. I've got lucky also, I've got some ultimate damage and got blast damage that does affect my last argument damage. The last argument is blast damage, so this is a 20% more damage on it, and I've got 43% ultimate. That's really good for this build as well. The Symbiotic Surge is a must on every Javelin when you play on GM3. This increases your armor by really a lot, and it does increase your damage by 50% for 10 seconds every time you pick up a repair pack. So this is very important because you pick up all the time, you heal yourself with the repair pack, and you get always this boost of 50% damage. The inscriptions on it, try to look for the ultimate damage or combo impact damage if you got a double combo impact damage or ultimate and combo impact. That would be a really good roll for this build. So to resume everything we've seen in this video, this is the cycle of the gameplay that you want to do. You want to use your Vasa Surprise and shoot the 10 bullets into an enemy to prime with acid and get 10 ultimate charges. Then you detonate this acid with the last argument to get a combo and extra 7 ultimate charges. You can then chain your melee ability to get an extra 3 ultimate charges and then prime them with electricity. Then you can detonate again with the second last argument to get an extra 7 ultimate charges. So this whole cycle will give you 27 ultimate charges out of 100 before you get your ultimate back. This is not including that if you kill an enemy, you will also get more ultimate. So if you do this cycle 3 times, you will have your ultimate back. So the ultimate here becomes kind of a third gear that you can actually abuse and kill groups of enemies, the strongest enemy, legendaries, or even bosses. That the ultimate melts everything, so you can kill all the small enemy using your cycle, doing your combos, get your ultimate back, and then as soon as you struggle against a legendary, you take your ultimate and you just melt them. If you have a strong combo damage, a strong ultimate damage, and if you get used to the survivability, you will be a very fast killer. Alright guys, this is it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed because I did enjoy doing the gameplay. The Ranger is very fun to play, and yeah, once you get used to the gameplay, it's ultimate after ultimate after ultimate, and you do lots of damage with combo as well. So yeah, I really hope you're gonna try it out and confirm that, you know, like it as well. So yeah, don't forget to like the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel, there will be another build coming up with the storm soon. But yeah, I will see you very soon. Stay safe and bye bye.